Try something right now. Clap your hands. Look down. Which hand is on top? That tiny move, the one you didn't even think about, your brain made that choice for you. Now imagine someone whose brain doesn't pick a side. Someone who can write, throw, and eat with both hands, equally well. Only 1 out of every 100 people on Earth can do that. They're called ambidextrous. And for years, scientists have been asking, are these people smarter than the rest of us? The answer might surprise you. When you were a baby, your brain started picking a favorite hand. Most people, about 9 out of 10, end up right-handed. About 1 in 10 becomes left-handed. And then there's that tiny group, 1 in 100, who never pick a side at all. Here's why this is interesting. Your brain has 2 halves. The left half controls your right hand. The right half controls your left hand. It's like an X. Everything is crisscrossed. For most people, 1 half is the boss. But for ambidextrous people, both halves share the job. And that changes how their entire brain works. So scientists decided to test this. They put ambidextrous people inside brain scanners and watched what happened. What they saw was wild. Both halves of the brain lit up at the same time. In most people, only 1 half lights up during a task. In ambidextrous people, both sides were working together. But then they did another study, this time with over 8,000 kids. They gave them all the same test. And here's where it gets weird. The kids who used both hands equally, they actually scored a little bit lower than kids who had 1 strong hand. Wait, more brain activity, but lower scores? How does that even make sense? Think of it like this. Imagine your bedroom has 2 doors. If you always use the same door, you get really fast at it. You don't even think about it. But if you have 2 doors and you use both equally, every single time you walk in, your brain has to decide. Left door or right door? That tiny moment of deciding. It slows you down. Just a little. But it adds up. That's basically what happens in an ambidextrous brain. Both halves are capable, but neither one is fully in charge. So the brain spends extra time figuring out which side should handle each task. But here's the twist, and this is the part that changes everything. Being a little slower at tests doesn't mean you're less intelligent. It might actually mean your brain is doing something way more interesting. Scientists found that ambidextrous people are seriously good at one thing: creative thinking. You know how most people look at a problem and see one answer? Ambidextrous people tend to see 3, 4, 5 different answers. Their brains naturally explore more options. They're also really good at switching between different kinds of thinking, like going from math homework to writing a story, without needing a break in between. Scientists call this cognitive flexibility. But in simple terms, their brains are more stretchy. Think of it this way. A regular brain is like a race car, super fast on one track. An ambidextrous brain is more like an SUV. Maybe not the fastest, but it can go anywhere. And some of the most famous people in history had this ability. Leonardo da Vinci, the guy who painted the Mona Lisa, could write backwards with his left hand, like completely mirrored. You needed a mirror just to read it. Some people who saw him work said he could draw with one hand and write notes with the other at the same time. Jimi Hendrix, one of the greatest guitar players ever, could play a guitar meant for a right-handed person or a left-handed person. Didn't matter. He'd just pick it up and play. And Benjamin Franklin, one of the guys who helped create America, could write with both hands. In sports, the best athletes train themselves to use both sides. Basketball players who can score with either hand. Boxers who can switch their stance mid-fight. Why? Because when your opponent can't predict which side you'll use, you're almost impossible to beat. So here's the big question. Can you train yourself to use both hands? The short answer is yes, Kind of. Your brain can learn new tricks at any age. Scientists call this neuroplasticity. Big word, simple idea. Your brain can rewire itself. In one experiment, people practiced using their weaker hand for just 2 weeks. When scientists scanned their brains afterwards, they could literally see new connections forming. The brain had started building new bridges between the two halves in just 14 days. But, and this is important, doctors say don't force kids to switch hands. When you're young, your brain is still figuring out how to organize itself. Messing with that can make things like reading and speaking harder. For grown-ups, though, practicing with your other hand is totally fine. Think of it like going to the gym, but for the lazy half of your brain. So, are ambidextrous people actually smarter? If smarter means faster at tests, then no. People with one strong hand tend to be a little quicker at straightforward tasks. But if smarter means more creative, more flexible, better at seeing solutions nobody else sees, then yes. Ambidextrous people have a real advantage. The truth is, intelligence isn't just one thing. It's not just about being fast. It's about being adaptable. And the real superpower isn't about which hand you use. It's about how well both halves of your brain learn to work as a team. All right, here's a fun challenge. Grab a pen right now. Try writing your name with the hand you never use. It's going to look terrible. That's okay. Tell me in the comments how it went.